Okay, so with John Tortorella officially being hired as the 23rd head coach in the history of the Philadelphia Flyers, a new era of hockey is set to begin in Philadelphia. Tortorella brings more than 20 years of coaching experience to the Flyers organization, having previously coached the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Vancouver Canucks, and the New York Rangers at the NHL level. He became the first American-born NHL coach to reach 500 wins during their career, while also capturing two Jack Adams Awards and a Stanley Cup championship in 2004 with the Tampa Bay Lightning. So Tortorella certainly brings experience to the Flyers bench, of course, but his fiery personality can be difficult to deal with at times. Above all else, he is well liked by his players, including former Blue Jacket and current Flyer Cam Atkinson, who was openly campaigning for him to come to Philadelphia, as per report, what the Flyers have offering Tortorella a coaching job, right? So Atkinson said, "You practice how you play, especially when I turned pro. I learned that from John Tortorella. He was great in that aspect. Just wasn't a lot of practice times this season due to a somewhat compressed schedule." He added it was hard to mold and gel as a group when you're playing so many games and not practicing much. You can't really get on the ice and do it. I think going into next year, we need to find a way to have some more grit, some more jam, more FU to our game on both sides of the puck, in our crease, defending our goalie and in the crease. I thought we were a pretty soft team this year, in my opinion. Under the new bench boss, the Flyers will thrive under new leadership and head in the right direction for the first time in more than 3 seasons. Expect the current core of players to take a step forward next season and move towards their true potential. He will get everything he possibly can on this roster and more, so keep an eye out for the Flyers to be a competitive team next season. Here are 3 players I believe that can really thrive under Tortorella, despite the fact that the Flyers and what many people are believing is not going to work out with their new head coach. So the first one is Cam Atkinson. We just kind of talked about him briefly earlier, but having already played for Tortorella once in his career, the forward will have the opportunity to play under one of his favorite coaches once again, as he's played under his former and now current coach for 5 seasons with the Jackets. During that time, the team only missed the playoffs once and made it to the second round twice. Coming off what would be considered a down year for Atkinson, he was named the Bobby Clark Trophy winner as the team's most valuable player. In a total of 73 games, he tallied 50 points, with 23 of those points being goals. While more was expected from him following his career in Columbus, he was right on par with the rest of his roster in a severely disappointing year for the Flyers. The 33-year-old forward is heading into his 12th season in the NHL and possibly one of the best in his career. If he can get the gears clicking early on in the season, there is no telling how many goals he will score alongside Kevin Hayes and Joel Farabee. What matters at the end of the day is that he will feel more comfortable in a system that he's already used to and will be more willing to step out of his comfort zone to make things happen, in my opinion. Atkinson will benefit most from a familiar face being hired behind the bench, as he's played some of his best hockey actually under Tortorella, believe it or not, scoring 25 or more goals 3 out of those 5 seasons. And he could easily get back there next season as long as everything else up front works out as well. He could see some flashes of his former self, which would be very, very good for the Flyers. The second guy I wanted to talk about was Carter Hart, because the last 2 years have not been very kind to the guy. But changes is on the horizon, as Tortorella will bring a unique coaching approach to how he treats goaltenders. In the past, he has been known to ride through a season with 2 goaltenders, which have proven to be a successful approach. While in Columbus, he rotated between Jonas Corposalo and Elvis Merzlikins, which led to a successful 2020-21 season for both goalies. Having 2 number 1 goaltenders in the NHL is never a bad thing, especially when the team is winning games. The goaltending situation is obviously very important. If you're going to win or lose hockey games, they're going to be the main reason both ways. Hart could benefit from a system similar to this if the Flyers are able to go out and get a second top-end goaltender for next season. The new bench boss could put pressure on management to get someone to go along with Hart for the 2022-23 season. The team is currently in need of a second goalie, so this could be a perfect opportunity to scoop up someone with big potential. Hart would no longer have all the pressure of being, quote-unquote, the guy if things start going wrong once again next season. He would be able to focus on the fundamentals and truly solidify his game. Having 2 top goaltenders creates a competitive environment that will only help him develop into an even better goaltender over the course of the year. And the third guy I wanted to talk about was Travis Konechny, because despite what the Flyers fan base thinks about the potential relationship between Konechny and Tortorella, the young forward has an opportunity to grow and flourish under a new leadership style. He's coming off a very disappointing season. Konechny already has the pressure to perform next season, so things cannot get much worse for him. He already knows what he has to do to get better before the puck drops in October, but having a new head coach should help move things along faster. The new head coach of the Flyers will certainly be hard on the forward, but for all the right reasons. He will get the most out of players like Konechny while holding them accountable for their play on the ice. I feel like if he's a player who's not performing up to their fullest potential, then pretty much Tortorella will just demand more out of him. And this is a perfect opportunity for him to get better on and off the ice, especially since he's a core member of the organization. If Konechny is able to get back to his former self, the Flyers will truly be able to compete in the ever so competitive Metropolitan Division starting next season. It seems like he is willing to put in the work and to get better, but no one will know if that's true until the season starts. Hiring Tortorella was the best thing the Flyers could have done for the current state of the organization. The new head coach will bring leadership and accountability to a struggling team with plenty of talented players. The 2022-23 campaign could finally be the year the ship turns around in Philadelphia and starts heading in the right direction. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.